Today we're talking about something a little fun, a little uncomfortable, a little spicy, but very real. These are my top real estate icks. Icks! Things that I see all the time that instantly will make a deal harder, will piss off sellers, will piss off buyers, will tick me off, or it ends up being a very way to make a deal more expensive. So if you're a buyer, a seller, or an agent, stay tuned because some of these will probably hit close to home. Okay, my first ick. Let's start off strong. Ick number one, when listing agents use their cell phone to take photos and submit those to the MLS as if they're professional photos. Listen, I can take a good iPhone photo. I'd use that for my private listing, coming soon listings. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a house is going to go into the full MLS, show up on all thousands of websites, and your reflection is in the bathroom mirror. Okay, that's terrible. I've had toilet seats up with cell phones. I've had cell phones corners, from the corner of the room, zoomed in on furniture, fingers in front of the lens. It's crooked, it's dark. I'm pretty sure that you, Mr. Seller, are paying that agent the same commission that I'm going to request. And I'm going to do all professional photos and staging and make your house look beautiful. There's no agent that should be using their cell phone to take listing photos. That is ick number one. Ick number two, agents who kind of forget that they're real estate agents and it's a professional job. So agents who don't lock doors. This one gives me so much anxiety. If you show a home and don't lock it up afterwards, doors, windows, garage door, that's not a mistake, that's negligence. We are trusted in people's homes, their belongings, their safety. And if you can't double check a lockbox and a back door, this might not be the business for you. I've been there. I've been pulling out of the driveway that I'm like, oh my gosh, did I lock that patio door? So I go back in to check. Here's a bonus ick number two. If you're going to be late to your showing appointment, I know that we have a time slot. We'll book it from 1 to 2, and I'm talking about, it's the holy grail. When you book 10 showings and you show up at the last one at the right time, that's like the best day ever. However, sometimes you have buyers who are very slow and you're going to be late. Conversely, you may have buyers that walk through a house, they hate it, and they want to move on to the next one. Sometimes you can't plan for that, but what you can always do is text me or call the listing agent to say, hey, we're running early or running late, so I can let my sellers know. So that is ick number 2 and 2A and 2B. Ick number 3, sellers who skip deep cleaning their house. I cannot stress this enough. Cleaning your home when you're putting it on the market is not optional. I'm talking countertops, baseboards, showers, the cabinets they're going to go into. Things have to be wiped down. Buyers will forgive outdated finishes, but I will tell you, we have had scathing feedback on our listings when we tell them to get deep clean, and then agents come through and they're like, this house is gross. You're presenting a package. If you went to a restaurant or you went to a store, department store, and it was gross and dirty, you wouldn't want to spend your money there. Buyers feel the same way. They want to be wowed. They want to be proud of the house that they're putting an offer on. So you got to deep clean. Listen, I'm not saying you have to do it. If the budget's tight, you do it. Your mama taught you how to clean, you know how. You may just want to hire. I like to hire out. So I'm going to call a cleaning crew. I'm going to get them in, and that house is going to be sparkling, because what happens is that you don't even see how dirty it is. You don't see the cobwebs, you don't see the dust on the lampshades, the dirty baseboards. So ick number 3, sellers who refuse to clean their house and then expect probably still to get top dollar. Ick number 4, but we did basic maintenance or it's updated. Okay, what's updated? Your kitchen from 1992, your bathrooms that are original? Basic maintenance is not an upgrade. You just have to understand that, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. That's not how it works. You have to have a furnace. You have to have a roof, water heater, air conditioning. Your faucets should not leak. Your appliances should run. That's maintenance of your house. That's welcome to home ownership 101. Okay? Upgrades that will help increase your price. You've gutted your bathroom. You finished your basement. You added a beautiful hardscape in your backyard. You've gutted your kitchen. You've upgraded the countertops or the cabinets. You've changed the flooring in your house. You've changed the lighting in your house. You've painted everything so it's crisp and neutral for the buyers. Those are all upgrades, okay? Just because you have a new roof, which is great, and you have a new furnace, which is nice, that's not an upgrade. That is maintenance, and buyers expect that to be done. And my top ick for this year is ick number 5. When buyers call us or go to Zillow or Redfin, I'm sure every agent's been there, and they're like, do you have an agent? And they're like, no, we don't have an agent. And we're like, okay, well, you have to sign this buyer agency agreement because this is the new law and we're gonna follow the law. And so they sign it. And then they say, at point during that showing, they will say to us, oh, I'm so glad you showed this house to us. I didn't want to bother my agent. I'm like, I just asked you if you had a realtor. You signed the form that said you don't have a realtor, and then you happened to spill the beans that you didn't want to bother your actual agent on the weekend. So you made us jump through that hoop. That is a definite ick, and I know that realtors who are out there feel the same way. Don't cheat on your agent. It's their job. I always tell my sellers or my buyers, it is my job to show you houses. I have signed up for this crazy industry. I work evenings, I work weekends. That's my job. So don't ever hesitate to call your real realtor to see a house. Don't waste another realtor's time. That's icky and bad karma. All right, here's a bonus ick for you. This one hurts my soul a little bit. When you ignore our professional advice, you hired us for a reason. I have walked through thousands of homes. If you have 3 agents who are telling you the same thing, price, condition, and presentation, it's probably not a coincidence. So you don't have to agree with everything I say, it's a suggestion. But if you ignore market reality, it's very expensive. Point in case, I have a house that needs carpet. I have said, you need carpet. Your carpet is bad. Buyers don't want to look at yucky carpet. They don't want to take on that expense from the beginning. Every seller says to me, but the neighbors said they're going to rip it out when they get in, and then I just wasted all this money. You didn't waste the money. It's first impressions, okay? So if your realtor says to you, you might want to consider new carpet. Wow, these red walls, cool. You might want to consider painting that. Or your faucet is leaking all over your basement and you have mold everywhere. You should take care of that before you list. When you ask a professional for their opinion, will you just consider it? That's all I'm asking. You don't go to the dentist and he's like, hey, you have 3 cavities. And then you're like, Mr. Dentist, my tooth hurts. I'm going to suggest maybe I just floss more. No, do the work. Okay, selling a house is a serious endeavor. So do the work. And if you ask someone their professional opinion, I know you don't have to take it. I know that. And sometimes I understand. I don't have to live there. It's not my house. But when a realtor gives you like their number 1 suggestion, like the number 1 thing you should do, carpet, paint, cleaning out, picking up, repairing something that's obviously broken. For all realtors everywhere, please do that thing. Don't ask our professional opinion and then do nothing. You're not going to get as much money for your house as you want. So here's the truth. None of these are meant to shame anyone. It's a lighthearted, spicy way to look back at our year. Trust me, realtors, we have a hard job. We work for free until the closing table. And if it doesn't close, you've just worked for free for nothing. So we definitely have some icks. So I'm just here sharing some of my icks, but I'd like to know, realtors or sellers or buyers, what are your ick? What's the one thing that makes you scrunch up your nose and go, oh, I hate that? I'd love to hear it. So like, subscribe, and drop a comment below and tell me, what is your biggest real estate ick?